He has nips that can cut glass. I'm jealous of those nips. I'll take your drugs, and I'll take your nips, and I'll take your money.
Hey everybody, so today we're going to be working on an Air that's got liquid damage that's not turning on. Now, some of the videos I think may be good prerequisites for this are videos where I go over the SMC not working, and also the one-wire circuit. What we're going to do here is try and figure out how you can pinpoint exactly the part of the machine that's not working by looking at multiple subsystems that are not working and then figuring out what they have in common. So here we're going to have two different subsystems. The first is putting a green light in the charger, and the next is going to be the 8.5 volt rail called PP-Bus G3 Hot. Both of these systems are controlled by a single chip, which is turned on by another circuit. And the reason that we're not going to go after each of those circuits individually, but rather go after what they have in common, is because the most likely explanation is not that all these multiple things just randomly failed. It's going to be that the one thing that they all have in common is going to be what failed. So let's dig into this machine and see if we can make it work again. Did Hi ever call Arrow and set up the account with them, says John DeComo. I don't know if Hi ever called Arrow and set up the account with them. Let's ask him, John. Hey, Hi, did you have a moment to call Arrow? Got any RAM chips for us? You seem to only be armed there with toy Nerf darts. Come here, buddy. You have a black sweater and a beanie. If police come here, you're getting shot first. So as you can see, this machine is covered in liquid. So I'm going to remove the board from this and see if this is savable. What'd you hit? What happened?
The ViewSonic.
The good one?
Yeah.
I killed a broken free monitor. You killed a ViewSonic.
Purposely aiming above it.
Okay. Listen, we only were going to kill bad monitors here, but if it's okay for you to kill a perfectly good brand name ViewSonic, then that 30 hertz gotta go. Chat, do you want to see if a Seiki 30 hertz screen is bulletproof? Let's have a vote. Someone said for $1.99, do it. Fine. I won't hit your Seiki. That monitor really had to die. That TN screen survived Rossmann Supply Group Inc. and Yeah, that screen made it from two companies. GNR Tech and Rossmann Supply Group Inc. I don't know how Paul has this thing where he loves working with the shittiest of screens. That Seiki is 30 hertz, and it's not like LG 30 hertz if you're using HDMI 1.4 at 4K. It's like a good 1 second of lag in your mouse. It's if you look at Seiki's website, they don't actually acknowledge anymore that that monitor is a screen that they sell. It's not even in their history of old products. They just kind of have conveniently forgotten about it. But that monitor is okay. But the one next to it, that thing, it burns my eyes when I look at it. The text on it looks like shit. It's 1600 by 900. If the viewing angle is off by even 10 degrees, it's 50% less viewable. And Paul likes both of those monitors. I wanted to get him another one, and he won't take it. He won't accept it. But I had to get revenge for shooting Dan's monitor. So the first power rail that has to be present for anything to work is typically PP3V42_G3 Hot. PP-Bus G3 Hot is 8.18 volts, which is indicative of the SMC not turning on. Now, us having no green light in the charger is also indicative of the SMC chip not turning on. So at that point, I would be looking around the SMC itself for corrosion, and also the SMC reset chip to see if I see any corrosion. Now, I do see corrosion that's limited to this area over here. That's the PP3V42_G3 Hot creator, I see. The fact I don't have a green light means my system management controller is not working because the SMC is what interfaces with the charger, and the SMC is also going to be the chip that tells the main charging IC to create 8.5 volts rather than 8.1 volts for the primary power rail. So two of those functions are not working. Now if I look at my SMC reset chip area, you can see that there's corrosion on a couple of things. So it's with the stuff that's next to it. So let's see what that stuff is for. So we have an inductor that's supposed to be sending 3 volts to the SMC itself, and that's just... See, the thing is, I don't know how much of this is corrosion and how much of this is just nasty, sticky stuff. It's not as corroded as I thought. It's just that sticky stuff looks really bad. Okay, so now we're going to see if that chip is capable of producing SMC Reset L. SMC Reset L can be found right over here. That's going to be pin 5, I believe. Yeah, right here. That's the resistor that pulls up SMC Reset L from 3 using the PP3V42_G3 hotline. And when we take a look and we measure, you'll see that SMC Reset L is 0.1 volts. However, the resistor pulling it up is 3.4 volts. Now, two things could be pulling it down, because SMC Reset goes to two things. It could be being pulled down by the SMC. See, SMC Reset L goes to two things. It could be being pulled down by the SMC or the SMC Reset L chip itself. The JTAG could have corrosion on it, or my charging IC could have corrosion on it in that area, but I don't have any corrosion on my charging IC. I actually have a little bit of food over there. My JTAG looks fairly clean for a JTAG, even if, you know, it's a little bit of stickiness, but not enough to short that 3.42 volt line down to nothing. So it's my SMC Reset IC or my SMC. And obviously I'm going to pray that it's the SMC Reset IC 4 legs rather than the SMC itself, 90-something balls. That would suck. So I'm going to do is remove the SMC Reset chip and see if the SMC Reset L signal goes higher, because perhaps the chip is malfunctioning and keeping it pulled down when it's not supposed to be pulled down.
Please hold my CTE bowl. Please.
I won't touch your Siki.
I don't want to try to mount that other one tomorrow.
I'll be nice to your Siki. I know I hit it with at least one BB.
I think that one's not a naked LCD. I think there's a piece of glass in front of
When we get a new one, I want to shoot that.
it.
Or maybe I want to use it as one of the TVs in the front. It's fine for that.
Yeah.
1080p 60 it does. Those lights that you looked at look really nice, Paul. I like them.
They're not like they're like spaces.
And just in case I have to reflow the SMC. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. I'll at least pick up the phone. Where are you going?
We're going to see more Rouge.
I've never seen that before.
I'm staying at some hotel, some efficiency apartment hotel.
Efficiency apartment.
Yeah. She got upgraded. Really beautiful room.
Well, how far uptown?
49th Street.
Oh, yeah, that's still Midtown. How small is it going to be?
The room?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Efficiency. Look at that GoPro lens they're using to make the room look big.
No, this is her picture. This is from her iPhone. A panoramic from her iPhone. The whole kitchen and everything. I think this is a points. It's a pre-night for her.
You should get those upward shining lamps. They're much easier on the eyes. Yeah, Paul found one that's dimmable that is upwards and downward shining. It's pretty cool.
Then color temperature selectable.
You can also select your color temperature.
They're expensive, but
It'll be the right thing for the space.
see you later.
See you later, Paul. Okay, now we've removed the SMC Reset L chip. So it's either going to be the SMC that's causing us to not have a green light, or the SMC Reset L chip. Now remember, it's not going to turn on without the SMC Reset L chip. So as you can see over here, it looks like we still have no green light. And if I measure SMC Reset L, it's 0.3 volts, which means it's most likely being pulled down by the SMC or the JTAG. So this is a real Hail Mary here. JTAG. Bye-bye. So this board, hey look, SMC Reset is high. What the hell? I thought SMC Reset was low. Now it's 3.3? Really? How did we wrestle SMC Reset L to be high? Oh, now you're 3.3. Okay, something is going on very strange here. So we have SMC Reset L up. You know what? Let's... Any potential corrosion in this area, I'm just... Come on. Now we're going to put an SMC reset chip so that it actually turns on. Because remember, if the SMC tries to turn on when the PP342 is not stabilized yet, the SMC will crash. So you'll get a green light, but the system won't actually initiate. Now, if you wanted to buy an SMC reset L chip, if you let's say you were in the market for one of these, you wanted to make a MacBook Air work again after it has corrosion in the SMC reset L area, and you're kind of curious, where can I get an SN0903049? Where would you go?
This video is brought to you by our sponsors at store.rossmangroup.com. Thank you for supporting our sponsors that help keep us in business. On store.rossmangroup.com, you can find chips, supplies, ultrasonics, flux, soldering stations, and more. With 4.9 stars on Shopper Approved, same-day shipping from New York City, and free continental shipping over $30, you can't lose. We even offer free support, unless you're a Please Bro, live chat, and are adding new products every day. If you buy today, we'll throw in a special offer that your order will actually go through properly. What are you waiting for? Go to store.rossmangroup.com to get yourself some authentic Amtech flux. Don't delay. Buy today.
Oh. Man, this sucks. There we go. Fan just needed a little kick. And there we go. It's working. So we're having a couple of problems here. The first is that for some reason I still had a 1600 by 900 TN screen at my business that made text look so bad your eyes would bleed just reading small items on a schematic. We took care of that. Took a BB gun right to Paul's monitor. He took a BB gun to Dan's monitor, so I figured that's the payback. Payback. So, eye for an eye, as they say. This machine wasn't turning on, and it was giving us no green light on the charger, but it was also giving us 8.1 volts on PP-G3 hot rather than 8.5 volts. And as you know, if you've gone through many of my old videos, the system management controller is what speaks to the charging chip, which creates the PP-G3 hot rail, which is supposed to be 8.5 volts, not 8.1 volts. And it also speaks to the charger, which is what's going to allow it to have a green light and turn on. So the fact that two related circuits were both not working that are both controlled by one chip caused me to kind of look at what that chip was doing. And it's strange because the 3.42 volt rail is where all the corrosion was, yet the circuit that wasn't working was the SMC reset circuit, which had corrosion next to it, but the SMC reset circuit itself was actually clean. I can't tell you if it was the SMC reflow or the SMC reset chip that was exactly what was causing it. The SMC reset L voltage went up a little bit when I removed the SMC reset L chip. However, it didn't go up at all when I reflowed the SMC, and then after a secondary reflow it did. So I'm guessing there was just generalized corrosion in that area that needed to be addressed, which will be addressed in full once we ultrasonic the board with some Branson EC and distilled water at 60 Celsius and my Crest B1200H45 sweet frequency cleaner, which is going to allow this machine to have every single little bit of corrosion out of there. But before we get every single piece of corrosion out in ultrasonic cleaner, I really prefer to clean up each one of these solder joints that looks messed up and also try to troubleshoot the circuit to the point where it actually still works even with dirt on the board. I don't want to just have a board no longer have dirt on it, but also be missing certain areas of the pads that we solder the chip to. I don't want the board to have capacitors on it look like crap. I want all that stuff to kind of be worked out, fixed, resoldered properly. Then we clean it so that once it's cleaned, I know that I haven't just kind of cleaned up I know that I haven't cleaned up around a train wreck. I've fixed the train wreck and trial entirely so that the tracks are proper, the train car is proper, everything's working, and then we clean up all the rest of the debris after that's done. So that's it for today, and as always, I hope that you learned something. I'll see you in the next video.
I'll take your drugs, and I'll take your nips, and I'll take your money.